possibilities.
Jumeta, I was saying now, ya Baba can say, or I want to fit me, Baba, and send it with the show. Now, ya Baba Tenassi, and come over in Europe to Avocado, Casabo to Avocado, the mouse of paper, and Pessimum to Avocado, the Romadana to Naction, so Papa. Never in there, you may rabbi, one more newspaper, the Yakoba, motivation in the year for a different man, I said, as I used to gather the funding, I am a bachelor, baby, baby, we are the funding that they are busy. Into my brother, my cat, and that's why I can't the man. They come and use the apparent Miss OMAR bin ABDULLAH, may much about
Afiba Essien.
It's Afiba, I can say one by bread. If you are no more than some care what to Noaka, and come aboard, more from us, so then be out to my school. Upon within something here to it's a question about Ninkataka, but give up, Tabacho.
OMAR say for national for motion we are suffering one of my remember Coastal TV morning mix Jumedi no eso na and additional you dey browse from concurrent and so maybe I will be a answer on the channel with TV no and I say okay a smartphone so obo model no wa Facebook and YouTube na we be here e Coastal TV Cape Coast Coastal TV we be here e wo na be answer no only ache aje woso
for yen to akase bono eso na yemfa asedama aboafo bia so yase ayade dwumadie nyina ede bro from ashase kosi ewiye ni nyina no omo na omasoye asen yede aseda ebema National Petroleum Authority NPA omo se bomodia na use gas diesel gift shop omo se opache de papa bia de ama obi afa ho na onsabeka bi na de ama oyonko no yede aseda biem so bema Solis bar and restaurant eduane bia ope bia no okwa wonsa ebeka Nesto Ventures enso se bibia ohia de besiesie ofie ama na yakona kono no fa ho na obenya bi na wo de siesie ofie kama kasi eboy na poso ni bia na obeti no eye Ghana Health Service ne chichemu a won finfin mantam ha say Regional Health Directorate aye 2025 year review ni nyina aye say omonhwe ne ekoye ni ankoye ni oso mo de 2 year nyina se na be ya ye kwa enim no bibia ebe from ewo health service no emu vice president ene ne mpin for abomoden ababeche enuanom nkra adie ebra omoba begu chiria yi yebekọ CDD Ghana na omonso abomode ede ncheche papa amansentwefo ai won finfin mantam ha se ya se na be ya omodwumadi a omudie no eho enkotochima libia ebra omone nipa edi nkita ho die kase eboye bi kawe ho na obete no anope se medi nkan ka che no midi no eye Afiba Essien afi jimre nanya adaje na tie nkase ebono ne ekoso bia wosa wonsa kan bia ne nchemu Ghana Health Service meche apomudin kabomuko omonkrabata ewo mfimfin mantam ha say Regional Health Directorate Central Regional Health Directorate abomode aye dwumadie bi omato ne din say 2025 Central Regional Annual Health Service Performance Review meeting but for tententin nyina eye nhehye omudigu ekwan mu se na ebe ya afia betwa mu ko 2025 niema ekọ so ewo health service nim ne papa ne ne bone ne ewo so omukọ so emamu ehekena ne ne anko yi ewo so omoye nsesaye ama nhwehwemu anase se ejina yie ewo apomudin no sector no ni nyina eye bibi a omodigu akwan mu a nchemudi ase omodwendwen ho mpanyimfo bebre eche omadwen hwe ekwan a ye kwaye nim no apomudin ebesipi ewo mfimfin mantem hasei na Mame Oya Regional Health Service Director Nidi Dr. Mrs. Alberta Brichum Nyako ede ensembi etudwa echire mu sentimpa esese omudi sa adwuma etese
sanya Afibia ye no eya yetwa ye ni ehwe afia etwem no ehwe se dwumadi a yedi ye ewo apomudin afem no sen na esikoye de hin ne ko yie na de hin soso na yebetimi aye bibi afa ho ama na koyie sense na ekoye nti sa dwumade ni bi na ene soso ye di wa ha na se ebu nkompo ehwe ye chi a yebeka se ma omukọ awo so a eya omuhwe omunkwa no last year ebi ewubro the previous year which is 2024 na enya de a ya na eye de baba akokra hwere ne nkwa abusua ni nyina abo na yebu nkompo hwe ye chi a yetimi bi se eya na ye hia apomuden aso eyefo no apomuden adwumayefo health workers and midwives bebre ewo yen region no ya science susu hia doctors a omo adwuma eye na ye friend obstetrics and gynecologists ewo yen region no kakra ye wono soso omo so yasene ama ya ye adwuma na nsoso no mpem bebre no eya na nye nya na etimi ede na ye hwehwe na ye pe I mean the good health outcomes no eba ebi wo kwa oba bi ho akire no ewo se eyi ni free bia health center ede ne ko bigger hospital enso so se be ye kra ye benya ambulance ne nya ne ntem so ama ni pakro ede akono na akwakoye bibia ewo ho ebi wo so ni pakro ohia moja ye region yi mu ye ni blood bank nti se base ye hia moja ede ama obi mprempren a se odofo bi anase ebusuani bi ni ho a ni moja ne de no ebetimi afa na eno so akwakoye asem foforo amayen se yankasa make say yen ambulance service no me e 26 ambulances se 26 no emu 13 enye adwuma aka 13 pe na wo hese nya ye region ni ACT a na chese nkofo hu ka adwa mu a ubeyi na free baby a ne ho akire no ede na ko baby a ahoje ewo no etimi ye boachi bidi nti ye besre se aban M1 National Ambulance Service na ambulances a asay no ye repair na si ebetumi so ato emono so aka ho efizo hese nya ye kwan so tia ka na ye mono kora na eco speed a wan hwe ye be ko ba ko mienu nyensa aba no na ho den so ate nti ye besre ye hia blood bank so afi 2026 ade potin a esi ani so a ye pese ye na ye tire mu na ye hyemu kena eye ne ka ne bofo kasem se primary health care ene ye the quality care anase service a ye de ma ankwankwan bia a ohia yarehwe eno so na etimi free apomden aso ye etimi kokopie nipakro ni fie kwan ano eno nti na ye chips eno nti na ye networks of practice eno nti na ye wo ye community clinics ene ne nkeka ho because ye dream say apomuden eben wo ewo baabi a wote a o responses anase o outcomes for health are very good inti primary health care ni person ye make sure say emu ahyeden pa na se etimi ye no so a new policies our government they but it's a free primary health care no ebenya ingina so pa e de agina so ama finfim ha sei finfim mantem ha sei efo ho atomo ayarehwe afutu amedema health workers nyina ne say de bia yanye ka say your health are concerned na che say mantem fo anasa mensin fo no mo health ye concern but say yen so so ni ho a yentimi enhwe omo yen so so ni ho a yen so ebusuafo bebre nti say no yen so so ma yen health enye yen so ye concern nti nhehye ya ahodo a ye de ato afuna mu sane ebe ya staff betimi aye physical exam e wo hospital omo be take advantage of wellness clinics na nkeka ho sane ebe ya enye se ugina ho no watwa ahwe anase nani ese ne ho yen so so ade akyenye na wada ne benku so nti ebe ka se ya so yen hwe ya pomodin yie
Jumadi na se no ekohia se mfimfin mantem soafo onwabo eduanwa ekopen ochire ede nanimonyam bekọ akota achire nanso no jumadi foforo ede no kopie beebi nti wantimi ampiem wo ho na emom otu na namusini ama ode na no di nsem ebetuja.
UAC is a core component of the Sustainable Development Goal, precisely the goal 3.8, making it a global priority. Across the world and here at home in Ghana, universal health coverage stands.
This annual performance review meeting is an important tradition within our service. It provides us with the opportunity to reflect honestly on our performance, examine lessons learned, and reaffirm our shared commitment to continuous improvement and accountability to the people of Ghana. I wish, first and foremost, to express my deepest appreciation to all staff in this region for your dedication, resilience, and unwavering commitment to duty. Despite systemic operational gaps, constrained resources, and often challenging working environments, you all have continued to deliver essential health services to our communities with professionalism and sacrifice. I also wish to acknowledge and thank our medical directors, district directors of health service, medical superintendents, physician assistants, community health nurses, midwives, and all other staff who carry the daily responsibility of leading service delivery at facility, district, sub-district, and community levels. Your leadership ensures that policies are translated into care and that services reach the people who depend on us most. I want to extend special appreciation to you, the Regional Director of Health Service for Central, as you represent the Office of the Director General in this region and serve as the critical link between national policy direction and frontline implementation. Your stewardship and leadership remain indispensable to the success of our service. Colleagues, the performance indicators from the past year at the national level demonstrate encouraging progress. Improvements recorded across several service delivery indicators reflect the hard work and commitment of staff throughout the country. However, we must also confront areas where progress remains insufficient. We must intensify efforts to reverse the downtrends observed in areas such as institutional maternal mortality, skilled delivery coverage, mortalities related to non-communicable diseases, family planning acceptance rates, and pediatric coverage, among others. These indicators represent real lives and family realities, and they demand renewed focus, innovation, and strengthened supervision at all levels of care. Our reviews must therefore be honest, evidence-driven, and solution-oriented. To ensure operations this year, I'm taxing all regional directors to assert their leadership roles with confidence and with my full backing. In these areas, maintain discipline within your regions, safeguard the financial health of your facilities, and ensure consistent availability of medicines, consumables, and essential logistics. Internally generated funds must be managed responsibly with deliberate ring-fencing for maintenance and operational sustainability. Keep close watch on underperforming facilities and districts. Intensify supportive supervision and remain visible on the ground through regular monitoring and engagement visits. I urge all regions to strengthen patient grievance redress mechanisms and implement practical measures to promote client satisfaction, support persons living with disabilities, and foster positive community relations. By addressing these positively, we can avoid unnecessary public controversies and maintain public trust in our facilities. As we look ahead, government will soon launch the free primary health care policy, a major initiative aimed at removing financing barriers at the entry points of our health system. This policy will cover existing primary health care services while prioritizing population-based interventions, including screening for non-communicable diseases, health education and promotion, community sensitization, and mobilization activities. We will soon embark on rapid staff orientation and training nationwide, up to the chief zone level. I will count on your full cooperation to ensure smooth and timely rollout of this important national policy once launched. Finally, let me assure you, the regional director and your team, that with strong support from the Ghana Health Service Council, we continue to engage the Ministry of Health and other relevant stakeholders to address systemic service delivery challenges, including staffing constraints, funding limitations, infrastructure deficits, and equipment gaps. We remain committed to creating an enabling environment that allows you to perform your duties effectively. On behalf of Headquarters and the Ghana Health Service Council, I wish you, Central Region, fruitful and productive deliberations during the 2025 Annual Performance Review. Let us continue to serve with integrity, lead with purpose, and work together to improve the health and well-being of every citizen. Thank you for your dedication, and I wish you successful meeting.
Ashafo Mr. Mofanche Openipa yete na no kasa eye anamusini Emma Director General Emma Ghana Health Service Dr. Samuel Kaba Akoria. Nekasa echi no Openipa otina musa keynote speaker Emma Jumedie no eye Professor Anthony Adofo Ofosu oye former DDG sanso ye checheni anasa lecturer ewo University of Health and Allied Sciences. Ono so de na no asem etuja.
At the crossroads. After early gains that we made, global progress has unfortunately slowed. Essential service coverage rose only modestly between 2015 and 2021, while many households still face large out-of-pocket payments at the African region, that the WHO African region. The UAC Service Coverage Index, the indicator that is used to track the UAC achievement, has stagnated and is even dipped from 2019 to 2021. Ghana has much to be proud of. We have decades of leadership on primary health care that is globally recognized and acknowledged. And social health insurance, our national health insurance, is one of the best things that ever happened to Ghana, maybe after our independence. Although sometimes people say otherwise, but it is one of the best things that ever happened to us. Yet, we too face headwinds. Ghana faces a growing double bed, like all the developing countries. We have non-communicable diseases now accounting for roughly 45% of death, even as infectious threats persist. Maternal mortality has improved dramatically over 2 decades, but stands unfortunately now hovering around 234 per 100,000 live births. These are mothers, sisters, daughters of individuals, not just numbers, lives that we can save. The key thing is that financial protection that we've done and we've improved with the national health insurance is eroding at the margins. Recent analysis using Ghana Living Standards Survey and the annual household income and expenditure data, when you analyze it, it shows rising catastrophic health expenditure since 2012, especially that is sad for the rural people, for the northern part of Ghana and low-income households. Medical supplies and inpatient care are the major drivers. Earlier work that have been done by several researchers has signaled that while average catastrophic spending incident was low at higher thresholds, the poorest households still bore disproportionate risk. A warning to us that the broad averages that we have can still hide very deep inequities, so that we need to seriously disaggregate our data to identify the inequities and address them going forward. Coverage, Reverend Prof. Chairman, coverage without quality does not save lives. We have concentrated too much on coverage over the period. We have done very well with coverage. Skill delivery coverage very high. Antenatal coverage very high. But mothers have still died. The answer is in addressing the quality.
Nano esi yepe na open pa or regional parent esanso health director human resource health director Magana Health Service headquarters owura Peter Obri Yeboah Esquire and so ede nano dinsem etuja.
I wish to express my appreciation of the Ghana Health Service Council for you being the face and the backbone of Ghana Health Service. Prof. Chair, I think we are gathered here to do a performance review of last year activity. And I think embedded in this is doing our slot analysis. By slot analysis, I mean looking at our strength, weakness, looking at the opportunities that are available for us to take, and then looking at our threats, and then how we'll be able to face them to move forward. And also embedded in this is doing our need analysis. And I'm sure most of us here are always doing that. Also, in this, we need to also look at some few things. In corporate governance, one of the few pillars is what? Transparency, accountability, fairness, and equity. And I believe that as we do these reviews, some of the things we look at should be that if you are the head of the institution and if you guide yourself by these pillars, I'm sure your people will always follow you and you always succeed. So let's also take note of that. So as we do this review, I expect that when we do the peer review, it's not to us blame people or find fault with one team or the other. I think the most important thing is to learn. From what others are doing right, and also take opportunity to correct what we are not getting right, so that we can also improve on what we are doing. Prof. Chair, I think one of the things we should look at to take advantage of the policies of the government. How are we preparing ourselves to embrace that? I mentioned already doing our SWOT analysis. How are we going to take opportunity of it? And I've just mentioned some of them. As I mentioned already, the primary health care, something that we are already doing. Now we are highly free. How are we prepared to take advantage of it, to grow our various institutions? Because I believe that by now we should have done our mapping, we should know how many people and us, when I say and us, I mean the clients. How many people are hypertensive, how many people are diabetes, how many people are asthmatic, and how many people do we even have to engage in daily or weekly physical activity? By now we should know that, because if we don't prepare ourselves, by the time the thing is launched, those who are prepared will go ahead of us. And by the time we get up the cake, I'm sure most of the cake will have gone. You only have to enjoy the small one that is left. So let's prepare ourselves very well so that Ghana, the primary healthcare will definitely take off. And as soon as it takes off, we'll be one of the first people to take advantage of it. The other thing I want to mention too is the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Some people refer to it as mama care. I don't personally, because if you seek a need to eat and that person is not there, then people want to throw it away. I think the trust fund is, for me, is the best. Although we all know it's mama care, but as we sell it, I think we should sell it as Ghana Medical Trust Fund, so that people will not do politics with it. The most important is for us to benefit from it, and it's good thing that a lot of benefits. So please, as we go, let's sell this and prepare for it. Again, if we don't do our preparation, know the population that we are selling, we won't be able to take advantage of it. Our director has mentioned the 24 hours economy. Let's take advantage of it. If you are running 24 hours, it's not just helpful. Some small restaurants, some small sports, and not me application sports. Something that can also generate something for the unit and make the place vibrant. Because if you are running 24 hours and your place is good, I'm sure you can even have a small market close to the place.
Yetwa kasebono eswa na yeko omampani abediache Professor Jane Nana Opoko Ajima na suye na one impanyifo ewo Regional Coordinating Council akabom ababeye yenuanum kramofo adoye fefefe esan akwamkira omochira enchebia no omode beba na wieye no na adechedie eye se ebehye nkramofo nkran nempo se omobompaya ebi aso oman no enyina so opanya okopie mu wo ho eye mayor ema Cape Coast Owura George Justice Arthur na ode nchemu bi ema nsentwefo
nde oyenyije sam na His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana Professor Jane Nana Opoko Ajima na afimu biara oye yeni anu muzrami fo one fasting na professor oze nzama emo nkoko 150 bags oye angwa 50 boxes na other items including oye nentwi kesepa ozaka hu oye aza afibia oye na yebia yeza srem paibo yeza mai omampeyin na bezechi na oman Ghana nyinara ye nyina yinyimde ye na no Muslims another Muslimifo afibiala oye fasting was a Bombay Zema many obejina no many yakobi. Just as the Vice President has been doing every year, even in opposition. So I came on behalf of the Vice President to present, and on behalf of the Regional Minister to present these items to Muslims in the whole Central Region. In the Central Region, Muslimi Funina there, one thing big, one fasting. Now, in the Wabesha fasting, as you know, so Ma was a man during their fasting and prayers. No way, so Ozibiaba. And I think that as a proper Vice President, down in our oil. Ma Yalkanye there, ye Piasuji, a woman. Omampanyine His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. No man muni in the day on boa, no on shishan zama, chuchun zama, na on man Ghana on furniture proper onfra. And the president is doing exactly what Impadodo no was a power man. Because yes, the sovereignty of Ghana resides in the people of Ghana. It's a Omampayin, the upper culture social contractor on your Omani in our signing. The president is doing exactly the contractor on your Omani signs in precise manner. Now, Cape Coast, as a mayor, I can attest to the fact that the president has done a lot for the good people of Cape Coast. And I can mention a lot of the project on my pay, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Bello, why Ozama, the good people of Cape Coast. So this year we have a lot to do for the good people of Cape Coast. One notable one, the moon there, notably, Echo Cape Coast baby, or the New York. Or your man pay Mahama and Sunday, baby, and Kaziaso. Echo Cape Coast, baby, in Su. Order when you sue one of the bula, another backer mechanized boreholes. On my pay school at Denolisi, hospitals, Olisi, maintenance, Olie, old project on my abandoned on Ojenu, on my paying Olie. It's all President Mahama and the NDC government. We walk the talk. In the end, or you need Sampa or Zema or MP for Cape Coast South, them the necessary or respect, the necessary reverence, or they as a moment. We support them. One pen farmer, man, no man, no.
Na open pa original omanpanyi abedi eche anemu na odi niema no ebre regional coordinating council any mpanyi for wo so mo fama yenuanu mu nkramofo yi regional political coordinator and presidential staffer Ora Mike Derry na ono so eche nsemu eche nsentwefo
ende yenije sem kesema yenuanu muslimifo anyame adoma otena enetia Holy Ramadan a washase a wogutiri ano Thursday Friday no wogutiri ano na kasa ni nyina ne say apart from achede ni ti no yen na bi dia da say Ghana ha de yeti asomdwem Ghana ha de boni bi rensi na mom no oman foforo de sasem si wo a na fi oman Ghana ne yeso ade ye wo isi kakra obesha na ba me kasa wensi ade ade say da me say ye yanu muslimifo na ye imam say what bonfire etwatiri a one kai eyi na no wo Iran in Israel and to call AC or anything it's about the affect your economy or Mampeni John Dramani Mahama buyer what is about the essence say Iran one of the producing offense away oil it is gradually affecting the economy but just recently for no adjust kakra we say na it's in pardoning you and appointing minutes the best say otina and Friday so we go to do was Allah say what the children that be radio one say parbo one say Sunday farmer Iran say na be Iran to come be the ecofoma na economy no side nyakwa de ejina yi afen so yesha yes say papa o Mampeni John Dramani Mahama na ma me professor na naje opukwadima wo fu abenya wodi gbakwem a eku behia say Ghana ha de ejimpa bodi yedi yankopɔ di ye believe say yankopɔ no bo soro ni asase nyeme koso nya ona no de oboy na so odi nyansa de de mani pass nipa fa say de ngwakwem say ye pefo de gwakwem say fata bo afa ntai weti a na say de otan ene titim na beta weti a enya de result e pay 4 years say beka say de pabo what's na pabo eye Ramadan AND afama eye Mampeni na bedeti na Ghana ha ministers na penifo nyina na party for na say na be ya eye asondwe a ye enjoy e o man Ghana ha no e be koso ya enjoy asondwe no na ebiaka ewiase afa na nyina.
Coastal TV morning mix Jumedie na uguso a wo hwe no kasebo etwagu e wo Coastal TV digital channel 514 Facebook ene YouTube enyina yeto akasebo no eso ana ye call CDD Ghana akache eye Center for Democratic Development na efrey na emprempren payinfo e wo CDD Ghana no abomode etutu anamon aba mfimfin mantem ha say aba beye nchechre sron kokra de ama nsentwefo dodo na e wo mfimfin mantem ha say ni na say na nim sense ntwa adwuma no eye na say wankoye ni ya etime de basabasa e bebre eba eno nti no nsentwefo ene ankrankro adwumadie nkitahudie ene aban nkitahudie kwan a ebefa so a ye beye na nkofa ohaw bia emma no eno ena mpanyifo yi ede eho hyehyeye ebre ye na Dr. Michael Augustus Akagbo eye programs manager ema CDD Ghana na oche nsemu momientie bi
also in the program I na pede the journalist as as the fourth estate of the republic, they were engaging on adopting a human rights approach to journalism. Basically, yeah, concerning it there. Normally, when we are reporting news now, I think sometimes we seem to forget who the news should be about and who it is for. Because most times now you focus on news not as to what advances the interests of citizens, but more focus on actors and political actors that whose positions we are sharing. So as a media, and why the media is a fourth estate nature there. On your media, no job there about saying the government praises, or it's not part of the media's job. The media's job is to critique, is to investigate and critique the work of government. Government has enough PR to do its own PR on its the job. And it's a government as media persons, we should be able to look and ask questions there in the interest of the state, in the interest of the citizens. So I say was spending about 200 million or they see Dana. Then you beside there, Dana, I should Dana 2 hours of, or also they use 200 or the year, because then we are holding the government accountable for how you spend our public funds. And I think that should be the focus of the media. Our media they will focus more on protecting the interests of society from the abuse of state and also from government. And also count there, most times also when we are reporting on news that will affect minority populations and vulnerable populations now, maybe sometimes for sensationalization to me news not in a balanced way. We are more interested in a quick sell, clicks. But at the end of a reporting a day, we understand there at the end of these conversations or these publications that there are real human lives that are being affected. So we need to be very conscious that the things we publish there as journalists, they don't incite unnecessary hatred towards any group of persons. We have the right to be articulate there. We can be balanced. If we have issues with things we don't agree with that, they are reporting and the balance in the way there on course will be to stand on what we publish there or by a harm to any other Ghanaian. Don't forget that the rights, human rights now, they are guaranteed to all persons. Constitution would say all persons. Constitution one can be in and BCR and Aqua say all persons. And try that constitution operated in whether may be our own pair and I be a member. Constitution doesn't deal with that, or deal with what it wants us to what it seeks to protect, and that is that of protecting from abuse, not only from this from state but also from society. It's a detriment to the work of journalism. We politicize unnecessarily. Yes. The reportage of our craft. On the chair there. If Ujumana is to inform citizens, and every time I need that there, Obi Wahona, because of bread and butter issues, on your time don't be reading news. On your time don't be maybe I no talk to no acting line but could be aka. Not therefore only opinion. But the question with they be there, that information is it credible information there? It will allow them to be able to assess the state of themselves and of the country. So it's very important that when we are reporting, we tend to be very balanced. But the politicization of media houses has also become very problematic, and also no account for the reason that even though Ghana we have a vibrant media space in terms of information now we produce it become politicized, and it has added to this high politicization of Kromoha. Certain radio stations and TV stations, either will come for MPP and will come for NDC. But the question will be said there, what about the citizens? Citizens now, criminal one they know who is talking for them. So we need to be very intentional there as media people. We need to recognize the importance of what we do as media people, and that is, like I said, is not to sing the praises of government. Is to see how we articulate the views of citizens to the government. So the government will understand that this is what the people that have entrusted us with power this is what they seek from us.
na so na be ansentwe for be adwuma no na enkotiatia timamuni bia fa ahodie so anase the human rights esuti na owura William Nyako enso echie mu se na be ya ebetimi ni nipa edi nkita ahodie na enkofa ohaw bia embe obia fa ahodie
I support Saka Binamike. And Nuntina, maintain two constitution. I can see anyone, chapter 12, upon the media, no, for Juma. What was said, even Casaya, no Casasi. The new Casa, what the better, what the better. About Ama, and you can be better. And he said, I said, I'll phone through media, who bet to me, I can be, and also remember, who platform, I can be other can be here. And yet, and yet, and two constitution of America said, especially the media. No, not emergency war. The friend of criminal life. Criminal life, a year. And Brand British foreign and they pray for independence. Not British foreign, I say the Becassa. It is no moves. It took her Libya, Omar, the Demrano, the Maracasian chapter 5. Provides freedom of speech and expression. So, it's a democracy. It is our time, no, from 95 April 2000, and now the journalists, most of the journalists, don't go prison. Okubako, Haruna Kamo, and after some of them contempt, no use, but that's an also here. Adiana Kasau, who can be now. And yet, no correct. And answer a bank is a no correct. Near the cookies. Kutia, I said, Samra. The Dimam can be about it. And now, dear Samra, the German who are a bit in them. Because I don't know my mom for any money. Ain't Samra, no criminal President Kupo, a winning election 2006 months after that. And Saturn now. And I put on an attorney general. And the year very few. Now, sometimes the year I was anchor and Rabba could be a count for publication of false news. I was set and also the year free because, and also, a mama, or more use some runner, or between a prison. 1880, and I said, Casa, I will be member. Mamuno. And he said, who can be being a young crowd? And he said, no, no prison. Now, who can be being a young crowd? Will be more. When now, a benefit, and I saw a private person. The friend be civil. Civil, but over court. The friend information. What can be a young crowd? Now, a trial court. I don't know, Sika and the now. Said your reputation, I said, now they are restored in a certain sense. It is our criminal, I don't know, in the year 2001. I was set for publication of false news, and so you can. But it's hard, not for concerning criminal life, because many use against journalists. Publication of false news, no, across politicians, most don't use against each other. But up to now, almost all against journalists. And then, we are social media commentators. And they say, keep your mind there was some ran a publication of false news. He said, journalists, young and a man, the Nippon platform, and our politicians who should be to a so was here before. Now, so Obia obi aka bibia enya and afo say okokot na you go no go most of the time fine sika at the same time so I was making sure say the phone do so the how can be making sure say they are working now but the fact that one can't say
the Coastal TV Morning Mix Thursday edition news no anase kasebo no esi ha ya yensa ka de ubon krata na poso a ya de bebremo enche nti esre momodia na ene ye ntina menko bebia ye twa ye ho abasese a
We sell gift shop, a place you can rely on. You call on us and we'll deliver. Thank you.
Mido, Ghana Biana. If I give you a baby, so every time I say, baby, she. Mangashi.
Junior!
I'm saying so enough for me, you know.
Sister Cospa, it's a winning gas.
I'm using the why.
Why?
Down Yankana wa.
Sister Cos. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient.
LPG, let me see your hand. Ooh, I got
Yes, I hate you, Abba. The match about can work as a boat to train. And the motivation message different thing altogether. If you are going to find a or your Muslims or you are doing here, you are China, you are Africa, Sawutumuzi, a country or in the address 30 days in where we into India, the BBI to Mukwe, you are China, you are a Sora, Yako Bompa, Amebushia, Ama, or money bearer to Mumpe Fipi, Bijina, or your simple day to Marcasa Costa TV. It is over Kodo, or all your Abran and Quad Butumna Abram. Into your mom was in there. Zayet China, Edum Pempers all day to me a chirado. Is the man, Jumedibia eat me easy. Away Jumum, a bush pain, away bushim, a washerum. Yen child dotion to me farmer, you know. Sabi, or the chair shall sew a quena alpha die to me there, Elm Binchia, a sew one. It be chabin I way in busy, but couldn't saw original, so by me busy. I'm a man a chair yan chirado. Bisona, bad the pan, a butumnayam, or young queer to me now. Sabi, Uniana at Sibel, no. I will now sign the pay, oh, Quinja, entihwi ne mofra ma ho sabi etira ya wodan ma akomedimo basebo no tro hozi abate pan ne butum na ya amedem nuen na aboa na ne ntwen no onye yi a ene ntwen ne sabi yakopoto safra na ya waje ne awonye oboro nti ya kwa akaye nhihye bi a bi okachara ye showman dabi ye bejizi ye botu eziban na egu na asodu ho ntomo nzizi eziban na yetumi tugu onye su na ban papa seliza bomajana hwehwe bi feche na emom meye wa bi na vizi na wa yempopro ba ade kame ipokro ne hu de eziban nkase sabi obudu bebi na osoro yi wodo mamboa na otomo za abro oba na yempokro no kono ndo ikarwan wa webushefo a wo fi eziban izo odo so ye ntumi nzi bomajana mebisu makawo na feche akopro bi shop papa nti ema wade yesha ne so de busumi ayitumi womi a okokisi oye muslim sa wo wiade ne fa na hina bi baka tenkramofo oye hinafi a yetumi yesi na yezi afi na oye yanyina yiwo wiade hina yetumi yesi so ne buri ya ba yanyina yesi nti oye de feast so oye muslim so abeso yanyina yetumi yesi je ya abubo wade de fi yetumi a kirodo amina maka fa ntem de bofu bia ba besim ohihye love na kwana bituma afado a etuma a kirodo no odoshe oye papa de emama woyan kwachi moko akatese no wo ye kwanzima ompio nzima fu nyina with afini bi nti onkan krom kasa no na afi nzima fu ntomo ntide wiade fa na nyina yezi oya afi oye idil fitr nti ye ba chodo ye ba bompa ya mahino ho ebusuya edwuma yiwom peyifa yiho ye edwuma ni ye etuma ko Afiba
oma
aba odo
yo
nti yanko
kemo oma elimu an hana ehone mo ye media mangle mo ma mo lechina kabedangum ye benyaya na emu mo de bi mo odike emu a ye fe ye die no ha bie mpa be me unlehia mpa bo mo unlehia ati kamo ye lechi hone na ye mede ma mo lechi hone danku ye lechi hone mpa mo bele bona obazu ye mu a ye nzo nyila ye bia ba ye mu a ye benya bie nati odike awe bia nso ofa elole ofodu onyunu de bia mele ye ojimenu wo suonu elion alikame ba ho bia na ma elole olinyunu kile elele kile edima mo wike odan ko ledi ma bi mo ba ha bo ya do onzo one kemo yele chi hone mo yele bompa na odan ko le de bi mo onhyanyam le nunyam oba izahane ampa bia me bababo ane anyamle ongedie ane anyamle ongedie ati emu eva elole eva yelienu ye hye hone na ye bompa na onye hye mo e baba ehone hyele ne yabiyara ye welie na bomodin ke se eledebie na nea na obolonzo enhula ebo mu a eye mo peke fe ye na fabie chawe fabie ma edima fabie ma awe mo onebie onike ye ba wo so na o ma do ale ndon so wangla edi woduogwa one zahan meme ye zahan kra na emum de bia amale na ene edima ehye zani ala ye ze hey ed mekay mo ye wonu ha ye hone mo ye lechi zahani ala ye le ye ya o ma nkwa chem dindemwe
dada agbo mi ntemento ntemetra mi ti gwa eguleleka ndemiti atmaleka mi ntehwe nti mi agbo mi za na chere ewie egbo mi na chere ewie nto hiya de ebo ma na fi yetum na ya chiro do na ye mogbo akina ana me ke chewo mesi fita na penunsia tuko oye ewie no mu ebo mazinisi oye de mejumeje shonko yetum daba ye kwa ka tere mi pesempesem ye ntum na yembra yes aso e daily graphic amampayin John Dramani Mahama etwana mara onye payinfa wudzi kabi nkankan UN nation ekizun komo ekwana pa ebutun ya foda nzama of friend oye sabi criminal against human rights emo maje titia oye nazamba birim ho fa ho zodo ni ya ye honda sabi wo ya oya adonkofo wo oya mani bilu amampayin John Dramani Mahama asi onye na ban papa nti yama mazene fi yentum na yenshane so Bank of Ghana drops policy rate to 14%. Emre nka da na buto abachire nti yama mazene fi yentum yenshane so Ghana Agri-Tech Fair 2026 oso obuto abakwado nti obi biara ma mazene fi ontum na yenshane so David yana mampanyin John Dramani Mahama da manso na so afọ hwe gwazi do akwa kansa da manso na mpanyin fipia wotum na watu nsa afọ kwa boa ma oye Ghana Agri-Tech abamazene fi etum na akodo nti ama mazene da medumezi akọwe no ọrụkwado papa daily graphic no munsamin
Yefa graphic showbiz and so so na anope ode gospel artist akese mienu emfoni ababeto ase maame PSA Esther one Dana Hamilton emfoni na da ase na ntwaya ya twa gu ase ne support TGMA nominees ni noi edges filming gospel fraternity na TGMA Telisa Ghana Music Awards nominees no ababontin na osha nkofo bebre e ka say as a gospel artist no ya nshada mo slot afi kra the only person na onya slot Dana Hamilton ono ena ne din kopiem na apart from ono de omo maka nyina gospel artist ba kokra nim eno na ni no e kirem se ni nyina adwuma kro na onuado eneye se oyonko nya na wo nya we enye ntokwa na mum obia en support ne yonko obia en support so ye gospel o so ye reggae so ye dien hip life ye nyina ye support ye ho na no ofri apa and a piano. Inti nino nonso nasema okano. I told you so. A stylish return of satire and sharp truth. Na mwa mweni di cherry brand. Mweni say I told you so. A play be a Uncle White and then the crew. A friend saying beautiful, Mr. Beautiful, and then Crawford can win na Dickness Abokumanum, Momu de Munimupa, and a play be a Jidin, a Gosua, a Jidin. Sans or more than Yasafanina, Ghana Manta, a woman, or more yellow, Miss Yasafanina, the whole Ghana, 16 regions in 16 regions in Nina, or more yellow. Na independent, a Dominic GH, sans play. Interesting, my main canisa. Interesting. Sada, anope graphic show business so about over it also.
Ghana Times na yeko hena collect 6 months rent or face prosecution. That means me and Ababe de Gwen. That means Ghana. What did I do? Rent control department. And now what they about with that, but nothing man. Oye fear random landlord landlady for what's it? Sir, tenant better if you are given some Essien Nisika Nejai. Now, that may be what you come out say, hey, Omar, and now, miss you, Chairman Cobo saw Ankara Banho. This Ankara Ban Pella assessment, and no sit down on farmers assessment. Now, say, Pocono Ban all assessment of between Muslim and if you are all for Danamo. I'm for Danamo.
Ebe soon.
Madam Lam Fama, says Mam Fama, about some about. Nti ochese mi de ye mama ze fie random no bosumi asia sika na wo wotumoje na wi enken a monthly basis na so ebinom wa de foforo wotum no oche mbre na nka bi na obakire amampanyin John Dramani mama chesem de ye nyina ye ntai oye ECG echin Ghana Electricity Company of Ghana or Electricity Company of Ghana ma won sesan da ma won structure da ma aso naze mebi no ekwana wo for da wo wi nkane ne won aka no no odo bo modena fi otum na wo hye so get fund onye oye Trump University aba modena fi odo won sa sha apam krata ase do be to be wo modena hu nketa hu dipa aba modena fi etum na akwayi mpapa Save Water Network atensem de Ghana hininsun oye save mewo yati Papa oya Charles apay Charles order jumezina no ono no other the mensemi etum na tugwa the hinin so na ye nom no oya save but na bi won kede oya from eguza wotum otunti Ghana hinsun yara etum na ase Afiba
Yemfa Hawk newspaper and so Enfant was on a Sky of Death. Pilot and brother killed in Tema crash. Tema, I can say aeroplane crash na esi ewo Tema no. Ye obine ni nua bema. Ye mama kro papa kro omo ma mienu pa na crash no etimi ekun omo. Na enya asem papa kra this is bibia mechanism abotum and cancer anyway Mr. Mau mama toss na yina ye share hu crying yina ye share hu crying in the olden days me na mini ho de but mate say plane crash bebre esisi organa say ba ne meni ehu meni efie ne me meni ehu last year de ya esi na this particular one Timo say bibi I was say yeshena yeso no ansa na agency mu because we can't be repeating the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. So I say yeshena ye pe anopo mesibri ansa na akwakoye ade foforo kra we obi ni nua be mapa na fofi anto ata omukra ahwe won zino ye hye busuafo nyina enkran na ye mo obi anso ehyeden na Ghana ye nyina na asema atoye yo ye to aso a Ora Sam George enso ni mfoni eda ha say na osi 248 million Ghana cedis laptop scam. Ministry brands tiny RAM boost custom ayasemo. Na ade saying we say nkofo hyehyɛ ni esumase eye ne ma bebre na omo ameme wa asamba ko. Ora omo hyehyɛ mu no akwakosi say.
Awon jaman ka tara odije buano. Odije ka tara buana na wa cheche ma cha Ghana food da mezu na ya.
Nkofo gusu wi ade o Ghana ha say but obi anka ho hwe.
Wa da kede impona ro ka chi impona aso na so asamo no nto ka oro otu.
Sha skeleton say won ne kamo
ho ne bi hu a ese ne kutwomu so impoforo so besene hu da ma so bi so butwomu anu so obuto obuhu politician fa na ka hu no da hwe ne ya na adayo aha mo be bia da Ghana adachi me yutum yune
na tie swen adubo ahene trial no record of 49.1 million Ghana cedis theft in BNC Attorney General's witness tells court in the Attorney General ne witness Mami Ruby na ode ne ba court sanka o me testify say you katase say because so masika bi ayira nti ye de adubo ahene akopie court no my man say ono onim ho hwe on bibi asa onim records bi asa and audit reports bi anso improve ye say 49.1 million bi ayira ewo a signals bureau national signals bureau into no she can testify that something like that esi ewo ho kakana ya show mo no so na yen form yen toto omo na yen punish omo no eno so tintin e court and they are adjourning adjourning the next day new testimonies are coming up every day.
If you be court ni nyina yin na kasa yan azo de from
and not from nemom no yenim say aban epese oye bibia obetimi aye within a short minute of time seconds obetimi aye crasa we've adjoined we nyina no ehun hia we see ni pass taxpayers money
abana na msefa we mranyimfo wotum ka honara ambo bra okrate ye na kokota nnuane mi so wotra hodin ya wote fo nnuane mi nsia nnuane mi mienu otawozi igbara ba dem am kokota mtam hwe on pa kasa unde we mu abiri kasa na wa hezin wote wa na wo hyase da wo kasa wala we obo nti the nnuane mo tan o twan ntela evidence bring your evidence na if you ntwe nkwe na
Oma yento aso na no pe hawk there dey abeni
the punch na no so no others abe aka challenge Dr. Prince Nelson atensem there ye mama ze na fi yentum na yembo ehia akoma ho ban kidney ankoporo me biara sabo ebie no na anhwe ne ye na osabo no otochima ekon no so butum na edatena asa ache na ebie ya no otochima papa na maami a waso go hino do wasam kasa ebo no po nti yembo madena he sabo na owo he na akoma no atebi na yifane yembo madena yembo ho ban papa na fi ontom na ombo na de biara anwona sabi wotum wonya how wo ye ho kidney bra wo bre no ya agozi transparent bi ye bi ho na na wabaji last week na opini bi o lecturer wo ye suepono wo ye Ghana ha baby me ye fika ka mo hwem we nye bi na bi a transparent na ze ko odama na fi ba time mo chache na asem no menum e na yimpa na oyi ne ahrawa ko tuma de ma dan papa na ze na tuma sai also anu po ho na papa n taxi driver na wa afred our prof umuya and the prof and he was surprised there anna wotum no way yina azin ncho anu papa mo wa ta wa friend and brother ta friend ta friend prof no for bisa na sam there umuya ya boko na also wo kwa ekiyi ne ze da ma papa no o ya Ghana hara na o se ado no hia no papa pen there okatina ho aye taxi driver be say dog sure that we kura mutuma yeduma in taxi no all the people correct it's we you know na dog bibia jana name bibia you want to say nti yaso but obi hia awona aya ebi ja hono no ehu nti nkoma me bi ezi nkoma da ka tere o si ede prompo nso dama 3 cedi bottle na dia wora anum kwa
wow
the whole day nso wo be hia papa da ofi to bere no ya mama zenye num nso pa na anoboto o aboa nti bi permanent ba for bi mo aba 2026 launch minister Hill MTN Ghana's unveiling support ahwa no yima za wo ye nti the MTN fast za wotum no wo ya ma soafo etum na abo na ba do ebe do ansi Dr. Charles so achen 7 at MPP General Secretary Nefi when I bought Babaton, about Mother Nefi to my boy. Now, some in there. Also, I pledge party Robert until Damina and Automorica was in Brennan Cabin of until we live to see. Can a man pay you to money, Mamma? I tell some then. Some man, nothing about Wotum Roya, while ya upon a bonnet of Wotumna would charge or yet tenant apple. A man pay you see, or the muff from Raquan, papa. And amazing come again, Mr. Abana, to them of our head to quite the simple thing. Well, Papa, listen, you have them a papo. I am raw, what the dado, young man, I would come, or you're the dado. But you are not using it. I better. To Mamma Dana, let me see you. I've been in Cabo without Mr. Daddy. All a moment for my head. You put no moon, all a dan, or hopper, name sister. Madame Moa, Anchor Balaman, just 6 months. 6 months to the Madonna, to move for my quite a full. Simple case. Is the refi oya the point Mr. Oya the punch da 2026 World Cup and aban launch Jumedison ko was the national raffle to rally support the blaster. Now one the onkobo now mama for the man say first night I'm too much Mutu is a blaster for match.
Oh, blaster match.
Oh, first time Mutu Musha Muyan make it. 10 minutes to appear and Essien walk on a rubber ball.
Okay.
Nan Kafu Bay with the DVM of a sound. If we Mumpa walk by national anthem, man, 10 minutes of Alabama. Okay. Remember, but what we want to cry, you know. Walk outsider. The way out, walk to one. Ball upon you show up to me now to Ghana. How the way, yes, because be. The man, I don't remember what the power yet. I Ghana. Moon to me now, Mendan Blaster and Jan because of what to defend him. Nemo, you may show into no, almost we are not my friend, but almost I say. Was McKay Essien, no man, the last conference is that World Cup. Made beautiful, what I you go one. I'm telling you about 1 was 1 year old. Now, what is she beautiful? My 1 day. Then I'm telling you 6. No, you go one Ghana. Okay. Na meze missing great be there e bi a should be the meeting you be meeting wa bra end what kra be the last ke community connect metro na mo for so the missing great few am the main road Johnson will be by pa bia freeway mo no asa mo na missing great main one ha inda da mun kofi me dey wi metro Afiba.
Effort 24-hour newspaper effort to so na greening Ghana na forestry commission boss and forestry commission boss leads the charge with 30.8 million tree seedlings planted among other key achievements. Green Ghana agenda and say you be new bebre. So as a Ghana and naturally normally you were a lot of forest. Nanso say no galamsey activities ne nyamran sam we bi mu kotwa dua o mu nua ne back am ye dua nso mpa ye hwe ne ye na edua na wu na ade no ma ye forest no ekofom nti no forestry commission na omo kenkan omo nemo omatimi aye na omo say omatimi edua 30.8 million tree seedlings omo aka say tree seedlings ne enyi akosho say edua na that stage na no mo dey report no nti they say no ye nim say trees no obi gu sunsuo so bi angu sunsuo say ewu se nwuye ni nyina no ya asem for another day but say no almost 30.8 million tree seedlings na omatimi edua other achievements and so eka ho. Ghana Shippers Authority debunks 2 million Ghana cedis ICT procurement allegation. Almost 2 million Ghana cedis ICT procurement via enco so into no omo ho so omo nim sa asem no emu hwe emu bia amfa asem emoto omo so. Cape Coast unveils 8-year plan to redevelop dilapidated structures and attract investments. Cape Coast Essien development plan no ade ba ko mo pese omo ye ne say dilapidated buildings me share buildings are ne tibia no enhyeda nye papa ebi a paint apa and chance dan baby leaky structures are what say ye di develop Cape Coast but na municipal and shada nya papa nipa betimi use no on person mu develop redevelop sa buildings ni na no e kan 8-year development plan ho na me so me ka say yesere mo say mo yes sa buildings ni na ya uncompleted buildings are dilapidated no mo mfanka ho handle plea and me cheshem no buildings are netibia no enye papa and then that acha netibia no enye papa ebi o ha na roof ni leaky cracks bia bem paint apa che say baby ebu e wose ye ni ye sa buildings ni nyina and am so make say uncompleted buildings aban that for etwa mo buildings o masisi school adan ahodo up till now aye dilapidated because ya ma maintenance and to us because ya uncompleted buildings ni nyina no omo fan charge ndani na bibi anya fine.
Yeah, if you better cut 24 hours and no okay. Yeah, well, the new trust that ABDULLAH in some topical button why gonna happen pa automadan no or already for a chance them there some chopping some to call in the corner what no for da what on recruitment no hunda manzama na azini na wakasa for now for yamba kwana if you want to number na Ghana yentumi ya oyeti da sonko ontum no onkwanyi ya mampan John Dramani Mahama achensem de kwan biara do buna region aba akwanna papa buto ba ye upgrading oya buno road no na yu abe papa para obo maze na fi etum na akwayim kata kuyara security service recruitment zababe the extortion by the states ex-British military officer claims the mena no so other cartene nti as military oya Ghana ya no oya sojanyi oya American oya abkunudwa befi chense ma also the security service no recruitment mo some no abakran na medu ho a ontum no on the day nti mo mo na won fa antu ye minority in parliament achensem there I would want to remove one minority pushes for removal of 1 Ghana for your pocket, 1 Ghana cedis fuel levy over the raising prices. No, into prices also are concerned. Now, a minority, Domkuma or Meshabego will push the Umazanda 1 cedi or levy no without to do. We for nephew ontum no uncle. MPC reduced policy rate to 14%. Nina, yes, I'm a baby. Adamagana to me na no quite that even some more dogun car. Afiba.
Okay, if I daily guidance so it was so na 1 Ghana cedi fuel levy out can was na scrap 1 Ghana cedi fuel levy minority for na can same way. Set fuel levy 1 cedi ni sa ya kikani na dey boost the energy sector nsano light out bia emba bibia emba ya for US ne Israel ne Iran for air queen na say affect ye fuel prices no ewo Ghana ha say am say Ghana dey this entonto anka obi wo ho e be affect economy wo ha say this obi enaya mpoli ewo ho e be affect economy wo ha say say yankasa no yenhya dan ye sovereign sao na eno ane se ne nkrofo man so ekwe a ye oil aba ye tu oil wo man mu ha say yo but ye oil ye fuel eho abasem ebia ni o enti no man na isi so na abadia ne na abanye ye na yi sa 1 Ghana cedi fuel levy no free ho na timemfo ye ho entoye sa na oka tema plane crash victims were sons of Hebron prayer camp founder plane crash na yedin kan e kan ho asem no memu amienu omo atwa nananom ewo ensiedo no omo ye Hebron prayer camp founder no emma mienu na omo ahwe omo kwansisi ameno ekasei High Court grants Freddie can be cast a braid, but I've cut myself in mid-sentence. Freddie Blay bill, High Court ama Freddie Blay bill. Freddie Blay is be also in the newspapers. I the jaw hono, but say no High Court ama ni bill. Me person me shed too much light on that. Into no se daily guide now read ya while be hunye also ewum. Bacha mapon.
Yo, yanko heleim, nkata na okay bisu sheshe baby man wa but the spider niswe ko traditionally there speaks out. Na me pinyo na butumu no akodo ko amampanyensi ewegbe mabutum na resign another retire ni na okacha oya boss so wegbe bu ma ne final wegbe mun nda wa atoro adecha wa atoro ni na ho na so osubutum na wara akọ na so de otuma retire oya 60 plus ohiaba papa. Bank of Ghana cut policies rate to 14% and they do me aka motuno aboa inflation so etuna for the temper from papa pay nti damna samete mama zanefi yentum na yenshan so nti yetu na maye ko enema nka tanaze nsame pinye na tuma top policy think tank civil society organizations named in a explosive oil global report wotuma ban achensem the mempan free ku a won sha abanase no wotum ojujumede pia wotum na wabua Afiba.
Yemfa the national enquirer and so enfantwa so President Mahama Mfonyi Daha or say Mahama shows rare honesty on Galamsey. We must confront the truth. Na truth no anything. Ochiremu a enkrofobia wa aben mu mpo no amonsa hyehyehye Galamsey nsensem no ase omo ho ebon mu. Eno na national enquirer say Sanya omampanyi Mahama aka ne de na che say odi nu krepa wa asem no say wa hwe twene anim na wa bɔ ho straight amfa mbanchen Sana national enquirer and so eka 2 MPs member of parliament filed fresh petitions seeking removal of EC chair. A member of parliament Mashe Begwafo mienu bi afile petitions say omope and also say omo nyina so say e wo say ye EC electoral commission chair a free ne position as electoral commission. Government begins recruitment into public sector at so forcing and all can say aban asha say public sector no obe fan for amoma babe ejuma ewo ho yeah twaswa Ghana's gold reserves rise to 19.2 tons after strategic rebalancing. Bank of Ghana boss Dr. Essien Nimfoni eneda ha say na oka say Ghana your gold reserve ye wono ye gold ye wo ewo omamu ha say no ye kekani hina boma akosho akwakoju 19.2 tons ni nyina ye enhihye papa bi a aban ne nimpanyfo Bank of Ghana e dia gu akwem enu nti na ma sa rise anaso say gold reserve no akosho ewo omamu ha say
Yakwe is the voice, the national voice not America. Also no record, if you based in Kenya, the national voice papers also no record of 49.1 million Ghana cedis theft in BNC. Into the military work court no AG no witness no occasional court record behind our mother if you were to na wa share oh yeah the man some no the man so NDC also knows NDC has no safe seat ahead of 2028. Hey, Asabo. Ato, the brother no way declared them no. I say, hey, Ato. Hey, Ato. Hey, Ato. I'm going to say, Ato the brother no okay. I am minority leader. Honorable Afiba Markins. About to listen to my boy. I am sorry. Hey, Ato. Into Ato brother no too much. Into our chance there. Also, NDC has no safe seat. Hey, Ato nunya. Damna. Autumna Oreka and Samana Alpha Afiba.
Oh mama me fa daybreak so enfantwa so na Mahama asiedu tours step past struggle in NDC. They say President Mahama said America said reset toya okay. What's the difference? And asiedu general and also so tour kiti bi won che na Ashafo observers edomani atofo we say as a power struggle be of course we NDC party nim as obi pese or chair who is who. Yeah. Obi a pese on chair who is who NDC party nim no any nsensema ha say Jumfo Albert Jumfo best teeth once against intimidation of journalists. National chairperson and also president of GJA Ghana Journalists Association and no more press conference and now all show me say I feel no wo bia wonni ma wo be wadwen say obe popo we ni egu in Central Force so dey on no so no nani abre wo so pa wo say nipa no gina ye because on fa ho nche kra no NDC asam kro na so na day break or dey abey afeyon markings and also no NDC seat safe in 2028 that is 2028 general election e ba be no ansha NDC seat ba kokra ni hom be retain ansha MPP for be fani na sa na all can dey break and so e dey aba e wo ha say
nso na la ni na ke ho ai hu nti iwi a e mama ya kire ba oye women's leadership oye people no mu nsama tuma da atwa na motum se ebuza na no mukutum se ebu wo oye the press reporter na mikutum sebo ya onuano so de oye msafo na yin kaka ho paper kwa zabe den Eid Fitr in Ghana, a joyful celebration joyful dano be papa hwe emo work na jai Afiba biara na atefo yin ka hwum aponjin ka hwum na akire for ya so to buto obokodin ya buzo akire so white bodoso asir Ghana colors ni na ya dun fa na ya colors na white bodoso papa na ya da baka che de nyatal afi wa papa wa aba nti man kan shaddere nyatal ayi muslimi ya akire biara itum de kwa asor provided there ikija wo yankun nche na on show na chere that's the beauty of your dress on show that's the good akona bed or the good anyway ana buto aba chere mbakọ buto je into obi biara because in showcase so that what tell face ni nti awoda kwa so yankun kwa so afia akwa pro aba woda yin ya ko bompa mebusia sonko the memory so na afra adofo na umididi sa amfra wonu pa fedman ko hono ncha na kam kasa word intimara de mustafa wo he aba mamwaru hanu bon ko hanu baba na bibi aso etum na akodo nti a kire we de fa na ina ye celebrate oye Eid Fitr nti e mamwatin na fie ntumi kwa hwa ya ka tene wa me se bia tata na ja da so am ka che de e wona ntaren efufu no bodoso na so kale biala de bakwa so de so fi biala yi ho a abaga che na sa weti okay so fi biala abaga sa weti mo from ho no obia and ason so diba ason na e kwa ka da membere no ason e ka true rakata ason e bie ne pe sa kwa hwa nka mafo de we wo ya ason ana hwe de wo ya ason wo de hwanyi mo boho oya mpene bie na first one second one abana ason wa ye wi a ensa me ya ason bie dam afi odwa dam na christianity asori biara ni hinan abana wa aplo tumi ya wozi
okay
abana wa aplo asori bia bituma ya waso but dam afi mpabo ya kwa akobo no muslim so two rakat asori bia pen ebe nti se kenzin ufani imam so kala hokba ma yejibe wie ma otu salama yehwe right and left wia abana ya apnet na ho
na nyen
eye do yeye asa je wa kala hokba biara sho baka chere sa na yima so na hihye ti ye kwa ni kan kote nunsia do ko ye non krompem no na ya ap na mo Costa TV izini na babra wa ngwa chere Costa TV be celebrate afin papa nti da na asamati nti fo nua no ho ka chere no na emem
yo women and leadership newspaper no I say empower inform and transform newspaper no na government rolls out small scale minor registration let's just say aban asha say oba be register small scale mining so any illegal mining no any galamsey asem na make small scale mining oba be register na nipa oya coordinator odi anim no outcomes dep more coordinator na edi anim ye sure say oya oba ntina women and leadership akwakofa na beneche say yenhwe no na yensua no eno ano no a Cab farm appliances promise relief for women at home with flexible payments and strong warranty. Na cab farm and omuche mu say omunya ma omode abo edwaman so no bibi ebema emai ho atomo isan say omu payment system no enye pay as you go nti we nyina beboa emma eyedie agric and trade minister trade minister Sam na making Mami Elizabeth Ofosu Ejare na or say agribusiness will power Ghana's industrial take off na ochemu say agriculture bi akeke enye kuaye bi akeke ne mum kuaye a ye di business attire when say we no large scale agricultural production na ye ka ho asemi na ochemu a ebeboa ama Ghana ye industrial na say industry a pese ye building no yetimi asha ase ama bibia aye fine President Mahama commissions Kalsume Sinar Bafo as ambassador designate to Spain. Mo amushe movie bebe no mo be hu Mame Kalsume Sinar oye actress oya ade wo acting mu papa and the movies very nice. Na say no President Mahama abonidin say onkoye ambassador designate wo Spain. Ano pay me say me here tea Uncle Ben. Pacha will be a mamiti na me fengu because I queer no pay cry. Aha, mamiti be na me fengu ase. Eti edo eso eni summer women and leadership newspaper and pay or de abreye. So one.
Yo, nka tell person no aha na EDBC. Nemom Afiba baba bonkomo. Enye hien paying of metro bar. Guidance and council, I think so. Nefi abubon komo ya hwe mo frama wona yezi o fibre to biro do obudi baby na fa bi wona so ya de pa wo so ka bibia che don tena nka na de nti wuhu hie no school wuhu wa ho aye so correct later wo hu ubi so question e wo hu do asem ka fi ba waka free pa anapamenta aye fi mpo jani I say
so ma ka do
maka say question me am say bisam abisam na say number 20 de na me na ba no je wo nchero number 20 wujina oye duado na eto baba wo oye duado da no mo baka he na wa sha asa pop
moto ba duado da
eto baba wo duado number 20 wujina duado do eto baba na edo bodua na abaka no ma he no do
je wo ina obegwan
thank you wo bana no do mo ibika 3 4 5 na mo so ma de mi amoso mo ni na ra ba wo do na mala say awuya obako won kadi all correct and what try you say no must to ja ato ya ni nyina ho nti and the ai teacher no ija be o kastre ya iko kastre yeje nti kastre no ye kwa na teacher o ha besia
okay
oya service nti ye hwin wa agida e ka gyan ahom kakra
okay
but iko gudu o pepe ibo sko pepe nwa na abente bi aba Catcher or one, it's a catch of why you got third one. You are mentally suggested. No, 2 more talk. First, we used to talk. Shall lie the market black go in it. Or Chiala, Abaji. Handwriting. I'm not done and I'm done handwriting the lie like would you move?
Oh, and that as some AAK STEM coordinators a kind of be new. Maths no teachers woni bi na ama maths na den ama na ehuhu ye ti di kwa na yenya hypertension
that maths ni sua na kire na
kins no dorso
no anka bel mo ngo
kins enti na me manye home accounts e wo school na anka pesa me nye home accounts na mo me kwa ye
abel no no off and on nka no ye nkese siara sisara nka abel siara mama teacher bi alo ngo
me ye home accounts anka bi aba now me ye caterer na decorator something
that me time na wala da kukuduru card suya
Debbie
igbo no ye but anka abel igbo no sisara wunya modification e tuma
me ye argument ye nwie
argument wa abel da no ko hunam so ye
French
anka abel sere mo ngo
home accounts that topics 3 way subject 3 way na ya de na me ni je ho but omo kire ye no anka ba na me te ye je ma pels and Afiba Essien master level
shall say enti dey na me den ka be ba chente e ba bo hwe de mafro ho aso den ba de pan between be you should missionary school supi you Anglican phone school Zion school ho you Muslim phone school ho na school supi Catholic school ho ni hina no aba say between be ma so den pie nyani ni hina etum na akọ yen ma me wo oye metro guidance and counseling and you should the basic schools za autumn no alkodon kote na ebizi ho nkomo nti yedan ho yaba na Afiba anye hene ma metu ma twe nkomo na bamaza aso sene so there mbibe wo so eko Facebook na send ayo message na wo bibia hensa butum na aka na etum ni akankan yakwambra
Semidika inabeka miaro endo miaro ejumeidia inabeye miaro endo miaro obredibo inabebo miaro endo miaro Semi besini fema miara Semi miara Semi besini fema miara Etina besini fema miara Obrai besini fema miara Endo miara Semi besini fema miara Semi miara Semi besini inabebo Obrai besini miara Endo miara Semi inabeka miara Endo miara Ejumeidia inabeye miaro Endo miara Obredibo inabebo miaro Endo miara Semi besini fema miara Semi miara Semi besini fema miara Etina besini fema miara Obrai besini fema miara Endo miara Semi besini fema miara Semi miara Semi besini fema miara Obrai besini fema miara Endo miara
We sell gift shop, a place you can rely on. You call on us and we'll deliver. Thank you.